Welcome to the Intercourse Show. I'm your host, Mr. B. Today we have a very exciting show for you. We are talking relationships, and apparently there was a pretty high-profile relationship that was kind of making its way through the celebrity media, and that is the relationship between Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. Now, for a lot of people that didn't see it, now Klay Thompson is a NBA champion who's played with the Warriors for some years, along with Steph Curry. Him and Steph Curry were dubbed the Splash Brothers. He got traded to Dallas maybe a year or two ago. And, he's a pretty low-key guy. Now, he's mixed race. His father's black and his mother's white. But Klay Thompson is not who you would typically think as the person who would be dating Meg Thee Stallion. Now, generally speaking, I don't really do gossip talk, but Meg Thee Stallion got famous. She's a rap artist from Florida, but she got famous for an incident that actually happened with Tory Lanez that's got Tory Lanez doing like 10 years in a California prison right now. And there was some things about her alleging he shot her, and they were having a relationship, and I guess he slept with her and her girlfriend, and the girlfriend got upset and ended up shooting her, but somehow, some way, Tory Lanez is doing the bid as a result of it. Anyway, that has kind of got people looking at Megan Thee Stallion sideways. And so when she started having this relationship with Klay Thompson, it was definitely a change of the narrative. And a lot of people weren't quite sure whether or not the relationship would last. I didn't even think it was a real situation, but apparently it was. But now it's come to surface that apparently Klay Thompson is walking away from the relationship. And he's walking away now that she's making allegations online that he cheated on her. Now, I don't generally follow this, but there was a guy online that I generally follow. He's a very funny guy. Free Agent Lifestyle. And he did a clip that I thought was pretty entertaining, so I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. So let's go ahead and see what he had to say about it.
We're going to do a recap. If y'all don't know, apparently Megan Thee Stallion, all right, they call her Megan Thee Stallion, which I'm going to tell you, man, my own personal preference, I don't see what you see in Megan Thee Stallion. I don't see it. Maybe I got to see her in person, but she's not my type. You know what I mean? I got a certain type I like to flow with. You know what I mean? I don't care. You cannot have a lot of cake, but if the face card ain't hitting, I ain't going to be sweating you like that. You know what I mean? The face card ain't hitting like that. Plus, you didn't put Tory Lanez in jail all lying and ish. Okay. But I don't see it. You know what I mean? Y'all might see it, but I don't see it. Plus, I'm not a big fan of wigs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it. Like, I don't say I wouldn't smash or nothing, but I don't see all the hype. I don't see the hype. But what happens is, and the dynamics of psychology is that when people are like that, people have hope for people that look like them to be successful. And this is another sample because what happens is there's a lot of women that look like Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean? Kind of a 4 in the face, but, they're 8 in the waist. They got a little cake in the back. And then, a lot of women want to root for her because they look like her. You know what I mean? They look like her. So if a person like her can get a top tier man, then that means then they should be able to get a top tier man. All they got to do is wear the right makeup and hair, and they're good because they a lot of 4 in the face, a lot of pit bulls in the face, right? But women got a lot of cake and a lot of junk. So a lot of people were rooting for her to be able to come and get it out of the mud, get it out of Jay Prince's mob ties. All right. And then rise to the top and get a top tier man. They were rooting for her. She not light skinned with green eyes. You know what I mean? All of that. So they were rooting for her. A lot of people who look like her. And what had happened was Klay on his last leg, literally got with Megan Thee Stallion. Now, here's the deal. We've been telling you that top tier men can exercise their options. He got reach. Like, just because he's successful doesn't mean he's going to be like, I'll be faithful to her, because really, she's not that attractive. She probably performed well in the bed, but apparently not. I mean, she had a song called WAP. But that WAP ain't all of that. That WAP ain't all of that. Just because you got the WAP don't mean another woman don't got that WAP. She might have had the cactus out here. She might have had the cactus. But Clay, like, bro, I got reach all over the place. Plus, a man can date a woman 18 to 55, rich, broke. All right, a joke on a last leg or whatnot. It don't matter. Clay got reach. But can she get another Clay? Can she get another Clay? Can she get another man that is in that top tier echelon? The answer is nope. Nah, she can't. She can get him to dunk on her in that WAP, but she can't get another man to commit to her like Clay. That was her one and done. That was her one and done. So in the end, what happened was they went on a whirlwind romance, blasting all of this so-called black fake ass love. I called it fake like a long time ago. I was like, this is a fake relationship. This ain't no real relationship. Clay ain't that much of a desperado. Okay? He ain't that desperate. But everybody was out there, he SIMPing. You can't say that on Twitch, but he had SIMPing. And I was keeping my eye on Clay. I was like, let me see what he doing out here. But apparently, he was out there tossing out some Beckys. I guarantee you he had to go get some Beckys because, look, shout out to Michael Thompson, former forward of the Los Angeles Lakers, #1 draft pick. He liked white women. You know what I mean? You know, his daddy.
Where the white women at?
His daddy liked white women. That's why Clay looking like he looking. And you know Clay like white women.
Hey, where are the white women at?
He could not be going to that brown that much. You know what I mean? Let me tell you, as a person that loves all 31 flavors, sometimes you ain't, you can't just, if he used to pink toes, he can't just be out there trying to wreck that brown like that,
Where the white women
Don't
at?
add me at it. I'm just letting you know. Clay mama white. So, Clay mama white. So, at the end of the day,
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to play in some snow.
Clay really wants some snow. He wants some pink toes. And shout out to Tyler Halliburton. Is his name Tyler Halliburton? His name is Tyler. Everybody thought he was black and should be going with black women. All right, he from Wisconsin. His mama white. So you already know what time it is.
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to play in some
He
snow.
saw Tyler Halliburton, came out, was like, yeah, my mama white. I'm from Wisconsin, so it's time to play. Tyrese, his name is. I don't know why I called him Tyler, but he looks like a Tyler to me. It's Tyrese Halliburton. He was like,
Where the white women at?
he was like, I just can't be down with the brown. It just don't get me up like that. But them pink toes.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Trust me. I know this is not saying that's the case, but I'm just letting you know. Sometimes when you're used to a certain thing, you know what I mean? You can't go back.
Oh my God.
Once you go white, you done what's right. Just
Hey, where are the white women at?
once you go, well, in this case, they tried to fool you and act like this was a real relationship. They tried to fool you and say this was a real relationship, and I got the proof. And I done told y'all, stop following these women that want to tell you that this is a real relationship and he really loves her. He really loves her. He sprung on her. He can't get enough of that WAP. He love them cakes and he sprung. And I was like, nah. But I was watching though. I was looking. I was like, let me see, Clay. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Let me show you something what they tried to tell y'all in this latest PsyOps relationship right here. Let's show you some videos. Oh, they done took them off the internet now. I had them queued up. But apparently right here, they tried to dress up all like a black Barbie and Ken. Look at this. They tried to dress up like a black Barbie and Ken. Had y'all out here thinking they was in a real loving relationship. See, they wanted to make you believe that he was going to fall in love with this Stallion. That she could be herself. See, this is what they want you to believe. That she could be herself and not change much about herself. Not try to get, not try to refine herself. Not try to be a better person. Just straight out the hood. Straight hood model. And he was going to take her and elevate her up in status and move her to the community in the suburbs and have her out sitting in the front row of basketball games. They made y'all believe he's going to take this unrefined. And don't be mad at me because she defines herself as that. Yo, okay. He was going to take this unrefined woman and make her a proper wife. And what these people try to do is they try to make you believe that somebody just gonna come up from the top rung of society and go all the way down to the bottom, to the mud over there in Fifth Ward in Houston, and then just right, just bring her all the way up and accept her how she is. And he just happy the way she is, and he don't want to change nothing about her. And she could just act ignorant and belligerent and like a strap. Let me show you. People want to make you believe that hood, this is like a hood Cinderella story. All right, but the clock done struck midnight. I'm sorry. All right. Clock struck midnight. The hood Cinderella. Oh, you're just as good as where you are. You don't need to change how you are. Be just as ignorant, loud, and belligerent as you can be. But guess what? Nope. Clay was like, I'm just kidding. Psych. Let me show you right here. This is what they tried to make you believe. That he was going to teach her how to play golf and shit. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Look, Clay teaching Meg how to play golf. And she was just going to come out the strag mud after singing about WAP and out here doing this old devil's music that she was just going to learn how to play. Look, nah, it's too late, baby. Look, she missed it. Look, oh, see, exactly. Hey, you can take the person out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the person. See that? Unrefined. Strag. No class. You thought she was going to last in Clay's world? You thought she was going to last in Clay's world with this? Clay saw this shit and was like, bro, nope, she ain't gonna make it. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to help her, but
oh my God,
she ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it. Look at her. Look, you can take the person out of the ghetto, but can't take the ghetto out of the person. And look, he was like, no, this how you do it. You know, this is a gentleman's game. This is a quiet game. You don't throw a fit, right? You do this. And look at her. She was like, I don't like this. It's too whack. It's too hot out here. It's too well. I can't do it. All right. Yep. It didn't work.
Oh my God.
He need to go get him a refined woman. See, this mindset that they're out here making you believe, they're making you believe that high tier men go all the way down to the bottom and get women and then take them to the top however they are. This is false. This is not how it works. Now, he might go down to the bottom rung, like Pretty Woman is another one of these myths. He might go down to the bottom rung, but what he'll do is he'll put her up on game. This is how you need to do. This is how you clean up. This is how you act. Don't say nothing. Look at me before you speak. And then if she get put on game, she gets to stick around. If she says, man, I'm tired of all this acting. I just want to be myself. People like real people. And then you got to kick her out. You'd be like, you got to go. Because, yeah, people do like real people, but not in my world. We like fake people. This is too opposite. Here we go right here. Let's go ahead and put the volume up. Listen to this right here.
I'm in my element. I got my queen on board. Of course I feel cool. I'm the coolest guy in this harbor. That's just like you look. It's so cute. Let's go.
God, so fun.
Can I take a picture with you?
You want to take a picture with me?
Yeah.
You can take a picture with me. Come on.
Oh,
You want
right.
to take a picture? Yes. Oh, you want to take a
Together?
picture too? Both of us. Yes. There we go right there.
Or a video?
In a video? Yes. Okay. Video.
Say hi.
What's going on? Everybody in Slovakia.
Yeah. We go live on Twitch.
We're on live on Twitch. You want to take a picture? Come on. You want to take a picture too? All right. Here we go. You're taking a picture.
Thank you very much.
There you go. This man Clay is in love. See what they try to do as men. What they try to do to men is they try to make you believe, and this does happen, but they try to make you believe that a dude just gonna fall in love. He's just gonna fall in love and he can't help himself. He gonna give up everything, all the 304s, all the women in his life, all the action, all the white women, and he just in love. This man Clay is in love. You see how the love is capitalized? He's just in love. He's just in love. He's just so head over heels. Nope. No. No. Shout out to Hustle Every Day gifting a tier 1 sub. I'm gonna keep it. This man Clay is just in love. When you fall in love, you basically doing something stupid, and that's what they're saying. He's so stupid, dumb in love that look at what he's doing. He's like, this is everything. I'm in my element. I got my queen. I got a boat, and that's all a man needs.
I'm in my element. I got my queen on board. Of course, I feel cool. I'm the coolest.
Yeah, I'm the coolest dude because I got a queen. Look, oh my goodness, what in the world is this right here, bro? What the hell? Oh my God, no way, because there's so much at play here. She's older, she's successful, she been already ran through, she in her that shoe phase, and Clay's just gonna look past all that history.
And that's you.
He's gonna look past it because he's so in love. This is what they want to make you believe. I didn't believe it. He's older than her. Well, he should be. But she older. She 30. You know what that means. She been in the industry. You know what that means. You already know what that means. If you didn't know.
What that mean?
That mean. All right.
Crazy.
I'm in my element. I'm in love.
Guy in this harbor, that's just like you look. It's so cute. Let's go.
Let me just say something about people like Clay. Clay is faker than a $3 bill.
As you can see, my man is going all the way in on Klay Thompson, but I think the point he's making is very obvious. A lot of people say opposites attract. There are some people that you think grow up on one side of the fence, and then somehow they're going to be attracted to somebody who grew up on the other side of the fence. That does happen from time to time, but typically it doesn't happen. And if it does, unless there's a major change either from one person to the next or the other person to the next, it just becomes very unlikely, and it could be a very ugly situation. You know what I mean? So, for instance, a person like Klay Thompson, he's literally the son of an NBA player who married a white woman, right? So, automatically, he grew up in the suburbs, living a wealthy life. Megan Thee Stallion is a lady who grew up somewhere in Florida, South Florida, Miami. She talking about what we can say, maybe even in the hood. I don't know. But based on how she talks and carries herself, she doesn't give the impression that she's very, what's the word? That she's very, that she has the etiquette for the world that Klay Thompson comes from. That's the nicest way I could put it. She doesn't give the impression that she's this lady who's been sort of trained in that way. She's talking about twerking and busting it wide open, and she lives that lifestyle. So when the two blend together, you can't see the connection. I know a lot of people reference Ciara and Russell Wilson. Actually, I believe Ciara probably grew up in the suburbs. She may do black music, but Ciara is a pretty well-spoken woman if you actually sit down and listen to her. And Russell Wilson, also a well-spoken man, grew up in a family that's, probably a middle-class family. So the connection between the two of them made sense, more so than I think the connection between Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. So the thing is, the lifestyles are very, very different. Even in the clip that you're seeing, like, it's two different worlds. Now, a lot of people had wishful thinking and thought that it could potentially work. But what he's trying to point out is that you can't, like, the classism thing does exist unless somebody makes a major change on one side or the other. The two things may not blend together well. So that's why you're seeing him pointing out these distinctions as like reasons for why it's likely wasn't going to last for very long. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I think it probably potentially didn't work out. But to this man's point, it was destined to fail in the first place because of the fact that they're from two separate worlds. And it doesn't seem like she's trying to change. Like you said, you could take the girl out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the girl. And I don't know that Klay Thompson's the type of dude that could be locked down with a ghetto girl for eternity. I don't see it. I don't see it. But I guess I'm not the only one. He clearly don't see it either.
I ain't trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate. Because I ain't trying to hate on Megan Thee Stallion. But I know dudes like Klay. Klay faker than a $3 bill. What comes out of Klay mouth more likely going to be a lie. You know, light skins end up in this situation. They got to front and fake it. They've been fronting and faking all their lives. Klay faker than a $3 bill. He don't know nothing else but the lie to fit in. This reminds me of Russell Wilson with Sierra. This is a complete mismatch. It's Russell Wilson Sierra 2.0. She's the extrovert, the highly sexual person. He overlooks her past, even becomes a stepdad, marries her, and now he the goofball. But Klay a whole problem out here, man. Klay out here, he a dog, he a mutt, allegedly. You know Klay a dog and a mutt. He ain't no relationship material. When was the last time he was in a relationship? And then with Megan Thee Stallion, he was only there for what?
God, so funny.
Can I get some Megan on the beat?
Yep. Faker than a $3 bill, bro. That's a fake man right there. He don't even know how to act. Like, look, blink twice. Blink twice, Klay. Can I get some Megan on the beat? Corny. Just fake. He fake. He ain't even enjoying this shit. He just hamming it up for the camera. Hey, record this shit right here. Record this shit right here while I big up my queen. Look at that. Ooh. Faker than a $3 bill. That's a fake man right there, bro. That's a fake man. Yeah. This dude ain't in no love with no Megan. Look, hey, man, because look. Just look, let me tell you something, okay?
Niggas always gotta show they teeth.
You know what this smile reminds me of? You know what this smile reminds me of? This smile reminds me of when you're around certain type of white people, like the lovey and the lovey and, you know, for older men like me, we know Gilligan's Island. They had the rich couple. I think the woman name was Lovey. I don't remember what the man name is. When white people get around you and they really don't know how to handle you and they just be looking at you like this. And then when you look at them, they be like, they don't want to say something because when they start talking, they might slip and say some racist ish. So they be like, hi, I'm happy to be around you. I'm totally comfortable. I'm smiling, you see. They get around you like, hi. Where are you from? Are you from around here? I mean, you could totally live here. I mean, hi. Glad to have you here in our neighborhood. Do you live here? I mean, you could totally be living here. I mean, right here. She tried to cook. Remember when she tried to cook for Klay? Remember when she tried to cook for Klay? All right. And she did. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't do nothing in between. All right. And then she tried.
What's up, y'all? So Klay had never.
She tried to make this nigga some spaghetti. And
Spaghetti and
wait a minute. Let me turn this down. She tried to make this nigga some spaghetti and some damn fried chicken. And look at that. What is this? Catfish and spaghetti? Okay.
I'm always hungry. All I spend my money on is food. Papa John's, McDonald's, America's Best Wings, Popeyes.
What is that biscuit over there? What is that? What is that? A Hawaiian roll? Oh, hell no, nah, bruh. Not this Puschetti. That's Puschetti. That ain't even spaghetti, bruh. That's Puschetti. with some catfish. Clay was like, bro, what in the world? Who eats this shit? She probably poured sugar on it and all kind of shit. Syrup. I don't even see no pasta. That's all pasta sauce. He's like, what is this, pasta? She was like, no, it's Paschetti. And then she put the period blood in it. Don't ask me how I know, but that's how they girls do it down south. That's how them girls do it from Houston to New Orleans to Baton Rouge to Jackson, Mississippi, all the way to Birmingham, Alabama, all the way down to the Georgia, Florida line. This is how Megan Thee Stallion tried to win Clay over with the mystery meat Paschetti with the period blood. This right here was when Clay knew when he set up and he pulled that tray. She got the ghetto trays, bruh.
That's a fact, though, what he's talking about. It's called hexing. When a girl hexes your food is when she puts her stuff in your food, in your spaghetti meat. You know what I'm saying? When they make spaghetti and then they mix all sorts of stuff in there. So what he's talking about, it's called, the term for it was when a girl hexes your food.
Look.
It's crazy.
She got look at this, bro. She got the ghetto trays, bro. You got to remember,
God,
when I told you the mythology that these women gonna end up dirt poor and they gonna end up with a rich man, not if they don't change. Look, see, we knew this wasn't gonna last, bro. He was there for the clout. This is her being a loudmouth. She a strag, y'all. Look, hey, it's okay, ladies. She just a strag. Come on. He was never meant to date that high up on the hog. Nah. Look. Hey, man, classism is real, bro. She was never meant to date that high.
Oh, my God.
And look at him. He is embarrassed. Just sit there and look pretty. Be seen, not heard. I know that's hard to do. Yeah, somebody says, her frontal lobe ain't developed, probably, bro.
Oh, my God.
But this crazy. Look at everybody else. They sitting there, I know it's whack. It's boring. And look at Clay like, oh, my Lord. Dude, he like, I can't believe it.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Oh, my. Really?
Oh my God.
There's too much evidence to even. You just side with Clay. You gotta side with Clay. Way too much evidence. She was not ready. She was not ready to be with a guy like Clay. Way too much evidence, dude. There's no way.
The man made some valid points. There were two separate worlds, and there's no way that relationship was gonna work. Oh my God, I'm crying. This is so crazy. The sound effects in the clips, it was bananas. But I think he drove home the point. The point here is, I didn't see it. I don't think it had what it needed to last. A woman like a Megan Thee Stallion is kind of outspoken, she's what's the word I would use? Let's go with uncouth. She's not exactly prepped and tailored for Klay Thompson, who's a soft-spoken guy, probably desires to have a quiet lifestyle. She's a little too loud for I think his world. So, maybe great for a good time. They hung out, they chilled, but I mean, could you really have seen Klay Thompson like having a relationship and children with this lady and like them being on the same page. No, the lesson here is sometimes you got to look at it for what it is. When you're dating people, sometimes it just doesn't align because you guys come from different worlds, or you want different things, or what one person's expectation is of the other doesn't align. And, it's not likely to happen unless there's a willingness to conform, you know what I mean? Where one person or both people are adjusting so that they can compromise for each other. That's necessary in any relationship, but it didn't seem like an outspoken feminist woman like Megan Thee Stallion is going to conform to a soft-spoken major superstar like a Klay Thompson, right? Their worlds is too different, from even his style of, how he carries himself in the public sphere. It's just different worlds. It didn't seem like they were in their natural element. I didn't see what they had in common. For me, look, from the outside looking in, I didn't see it. But then again, I don't really sit around and try to figure out what's going on in people's relationships. The only reason this actually captured my attention is because I'm not a big fan of Megan Thee Stallion. I don't like it. I don't like how she did Tory Lanez. She was sleeping around with him when he was already dating her girlfriend. And then she tried to make him look bad and then kind of conspired to make herself look innocent out of the situation. And now this guy who's innocent is in jail fighting for his life every day. You know what I'm saying? And I was never a big fan of that. So from that point on, she kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like he said, I don't think she's that attractive. I mean, she's cute and, she's got a nice body, but what else is there like to this picture? Right. So given those circumstances, I wasn't a big fan. And apparently this was a different, lane for her to operate in. And people speculated about the relationship. Apparently this is trending right now. She's making another allegation that he was cheating on her or whatever. This lady is known for kind of being passed around. Like she's dated this rapper and was sleeping with that one while she was dating this one. And it just the reputation goes crazy in terms of, what people say she acts like in public. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really in that business to speculate on people's love life and things of that nature. But it did seem like, that relationship was not likely to work. And I guess it didn't. Now, if they work it out, God bless them. Hopefully they, they find some resolution that works for them. But, because they're public figures, I guess that's why people kind of weigh in on it. And my man went all the way in. This was probably the funniest take I've seen about their relationship. But I thought this was entertaining, so I shared it with you guys. Anyways, if you're not connected to the Intercourse Show, definitely like and subscribe, stay connected. Obviously, we like to have fun here. No disrespect to Klay or Meghan. I'm sure relationships are tough. Theirs didn't work out. I pray they both find their fits and, that they're able to, walk away from each other amicably. Well, that being said, if you guys aren't connected, stay connected, but also weigh in. Tell me, am I wrong? Did I miss it? Do you have a different point of view that you think I should consider? Definitely weigh in the comments and let's continue to have conversation. All right. It's yours truly, Mr. B, signing off.